So yesterday in Hall H was a big day for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And you can absolutely bet that I've got a few things to say about the different projects that were announced. And just, how much Marvel content is coming over the next few years, and how much of it will be centering around this multiverse concept. But I think the standout to me, as it probably was to a lot of people as well, was the Black Panther Wakanda Forever trailer. Now, I had no idea that this film was coming as soon as it is. Like, we're expecting it this November? But between this and She-Hulk, these will be the projects that bow out Phase 4 of the MCU. So with Black Panther Wakanda Forever, I think there is a huge amount to talk about, even beyond just this trailer and the new promotional material. So yeah, we're absolutely going to get stuck into that conversation. We're going to be discussing Black Panther Wakanda Forever, what Marvel's options were with this film, and what approach it seems like they're taking. But this is definitely going to be a very unusual film, that's for sure. Before we get stuck into all that though, if you like Marvel, you're in a good place right now. I make lots of Marvel and other pop culture commentary based content, so if you like that kind of stuff, I'd really appreciate if you would hit that subscribe button. And to help this stuff find further new audiences, it would be amazing if you could hit the like button as well. But if you feel like going the extra mile and want to support this content and have a small hand in making this content, then visit the Patreon link in the description below and consider making a monthly pledge. That would be hugely appreciated. So Black Panther Wakanda Forever is unlike any superhero film we've had before for like a multitude of reasons, but like the main reason being the untimely passing of Chadwick Boseman, the iconic actor who portrayed King T'Challa in the previous film. And there were lots of different avenues that Marvel Studios could have taken with this. Obviously, there's a lot of emotions when it comes to this film because of that. So it's not just what is the right thing to do for the plot, but what is the appropriate thing to do for Chadwick Boseman. And I think if they had announced that King T'Challa would be recast, there would of course be a lot of pushback. There have been some fans enthusing that maybe the multiverse will open up the possibility of a new King T'Challa, but please, no multiverse aspects in this film. Also, I'm sorry, but you can't use the multiverse like it's one of those mystery mod pod things that you get in a video game where it's like, oh, you lost your character, just pop this open and we'll get another one out there for you. No. Whether it's because a character has just been killed off or whether we've lost the actor that plays that character, please don't do that. In terms of whether or not they should have recast T'Challa though, I see it as a very much a case-by-case basis. It depends what the actor playing the role wants. I kind of said this in like, should they recreate Stan Lee? I said ultimately it depends on the wishes of the person who has died. Chadwick Boseman's brother Derek has claimed that Chadwick would have wanted this role to have been recast. And I have to say, I think that in some ways would have been an easier path than what they're trying to pull off with Black Panther Wakanda Forever, where we are getting the first superhero film where the title character is not present. And it's now on that supporting cast to kind of channel Chadwick Boseman's kind of, I guess, presence, making a film that feels very much in the spirit of the late Chadwick Boseman. Marvel Studios have said that no, they won't recast King T'Challa, and no, there will not be any form of CGI recreation, and yeah, thanks. Like, I don't think that would be appropriate. Again, highly dependent on Chadwick Boseman's wishes, but like, unless he explicitly stated, please recreate me in CGI, don't do that. At the same time, I didn't really want this to mean that they'd killed off King T'Challa, although it definitely seems that way going by this trailer. Now, the reason I felt this was like, I kind of feel like it's a bit of a morbid way of doing it. Like, you know, the character dies with the actor. At the same time, though, in, like, you know, Wakandan culture, death is considered as, like, a passage. It's a new beginning, not something to be feared. So this could bring, I guess, a sense of comfort to what happened to Chadwick Boseman. So whatever becomes of this, it's going to be a very unique movie. And I have absolutely every faith that Ryan Coogler and everybody involved is making this film as sort of a loving form of tribute to Chadwick Boseman, that they're all putting their absolute most into this production and trying to make something beautiful. And going by this trailer, this could be shaping up to be the case. I have absolutely every faith that this is going to be a tasteful film. And that if this film doesn't work, as I said, it could just be a very unfortunate gamble going in this sort of direction and everything. That if this doesn't work, it's purely just going to be, hey, we gave it our all, it just didn't quite come together. It's not going to be one of those films where it comes off as like lazy or heartless or soulless or anything like that. This film has a motivating factor that no Marvel film before it has ever had. And that is love. Love for King T'Challa, love for Chadwick Boseman. And I think whatever the end result, that will come through. So yeah, while this film definitely feels like a love letter to the Wakandan culture built up in the first Black Panther film, to these supporting characters, to Chadwick Boseman, at the same time, we've got a plot going on which appears to be a war between the Atlanteans and the Wakandans. And we do see Namor the Submariner is coming into the fold. And it looks like the situation is becoming pretty dire in Wakanda in this film. We've got military officers taking people hostage. There's a lot being conveyed here with minimal dialogue until the very end of the trailer, where we hear from Ramonda this desperate cry that she's queen of the most powerful nation in the world and her whole family's gone. Angela Bassett already turning in a powerhouse performance with just this one line. Like, you can feel that pain in there. You definitely get the sense that this is a mother who has lost everything. But then, if her entire family's gone, what does this mean for Shuri? As it's been greatly speculated that she would be the one taking up the mantle of the Black Panther. Well, it seems like someone certainly is, even if it's not her, as we do get a slight tease, a slight glimpse at a new Black Panther. And there's been some debate online as to this new Black Panther, their physique. Is this a clue to who's wearing this costume? Are they male? Are they female? Are they something in between or outside of that? And the reality of the situation is, yes, males and females take, all different shapes and sizes. So you can't truly judge. I'm going to place a tiny little bit of stake in the possibility that this is a male new Black Panther. I could be wrong, and if I am wrong, please don't take any offense. Camera angles and such do make a world of difference. There's very little we can actually take from this, but they do have some gold accents on there, so some have been speculating maybe Eric Killmonger's making a return. But that's definitely not Killmonger's Golden Jaguar suit. My pick for the next Black Panther, if it wasn't Shuri, and the reason why it's not Shuri is just because there's been lots going on with, like, Letitia Wright as an actress involved. And, I don't know if that is necessarily, like, the kind of role model we want to be taking on the mantle of the Black Panther. I'm not going to go too far into that, but I definitely think that the actor that plays the Black Panther should be a good role model for kids. I personally would like to see M'Baku step up as the next Black Panther. This could also just be a totally new character. Or it could be that because this is, the Black Panther is just inside of the suit here, maybe they're gonna, try and say this is King T'Challa. Maybe this is King T'Challa's last moments. Or maybe just like a brief return. Because yeah, if you have King T'Challa just in that costume, you can have a form of send-off. There's obviously a great deal of mystery just surrounding this one frame here. We could probably speculate all day who that next Black Panther is. In the comments below, we can discuss. We can say who we want it to be, who we kind of expect it to be. But going by this trailer, I do think that Black Panther Wakanda Forever looks really, really good. Whether it comes together and results in a good film or not, I do think that it is at the very least going to be a beautiful tribute. From the little glimpses we've seen, the cinematography looks really nice, the sets look really good, it looks like every actor is acting their heart out, particularly Angela Bassett. Like, if you're gonna take any one line from that film and make that be the sole line of this first teaser, that was a good line to pick. And while this does look to be setting up like the Atlanteans, Namor the Submariner, Ironheart, I'm hoping that this film isn't going to just be the typical sort of MCU setup with lots of quips in there as well. Please keep the quips to a minimum. Let this film be serious, I'm expecting there to be some quips and humor in there, just even if this is like a form of memorial, that doesn't mean it has to be 100% stone-faced and serious the entire way through, but make sure those clips are tasteful. I don't want it to be like Namor the Submariner appears and they're just like laughing at his name because, that's a goofy name, I don't want it to be like the new Black Panther's just like, oh, hey, I should have a catchphrase. What about taste my claws? And then at the end, it's serious like, oh yeah, eat my claws, None of that, thanks. Tonally, it doesn't look like that's what we're getting. It looks like we're getting a serious film, and honestly, I'm excited for it for that reason. I think this does have a chance at being the best film of Phase 4, being a great note to bow out Phase 4 on. There's a lot of motivating factors here that I think could make this truly something special, but we'll have to see how it shapes up. Also, the first teaser poster for the film just goes relentlessly hard. I love this, the simplicity of it. It's an oddly haunting image, the Black Panther with no one in there, or, shrouded in shadows and darkness. I think they're going to make Black Panther fans proud with this one. And I really look forward to seeing this all come together. We're in for something unique, that's for sure, and I think we are in for something beautiful. No matter how well it shapes up, we're in for something that is artistic and beautiful. So what do you guys think? If you enjoyed this video and you want to support more like it, be sure to hit that big, beautiful subscribe button. And of course, in the description below are links to different social media feeds, including the Patreon. If you're feeling extra generous, like the following people, who are Marcus Ward, Sirius the Skeptic, Biotinarts, Mr. SP, David 20 Covers, Sergio, Shodin, Legendary Ray Ray, Adam Myers. Thank you guys, you are the best of the best. But as for the rest of you, thank you so much for watching, guys, and have a great day.
Welcome